What's up? I am Sputnikhead, and welcome to r/vaxxhappened, a subreddit about, poking fun at people who don't understand science in the least. Let's get on with it. Because I do not want any of these ingredients to be injected into my body. Carbohydrates, amorphous aluminum hydrophosphate, sulfate, sodium chloride, L-histidine, polysorbate 80, sodium borate, yeast, protein. I'm no chemist, but I do recognize carbohydrates and sodium chloride as things that are in most of the food you eat, given that sodium chloride is table salt and carbohydrates is literally the sugar in every food that we eat and gives us energy. I really hope this poster is, joshing, poking fun at how stupid people who just say, don't eat anything that you can't pronounce are. Because when you break it down as like chemical names, hardly anyone can pronounce anything. Next post. Went for another round of shots and took this picture. Our hashtag vaccine save life. And our hashtag safe and hashtag effective. Protect yourself and your community because hashtag vaccines protect everyone. What do you have against infants? Why do you want them injected with aluminum, a known neurotoxin at birth, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, and so on? It's quite unbecoming to be a proponent of autism. Oof. It's quite unbecoming to treat autistic people like a problem so you can spread lies. What do you have against people with autism? It's disgusting to use people with a developmental disorder for fear-mongering. I would also like to point out that aluminum is in no way a neurotoxin. We wouldn't cover our food with it if it were. Next post. Do you not understand ethics, moral practices, laws, and policies? Apparently not. Okay, I don't know what started this conversation, but let's go on. Suffer? LOL. Do you have meds you should be taking? You keep saying that I like to watch people suffer. I don't. I'm not sure where you get that. People die from all kinds of stuff that could have been prevented. That's life. But you are the one that likes watching people suffer, but you deny the cause. Moral practices? Laws and policies? Don't care. Don't care. Finally, something you're honest about, but we already knew that. People die from all kinds of stuff that could have been prevented. Your shit is so backwards that you have to wipe your mouth. I'm gonna steal that insult and use it in everyday life because it's awesome. Next post. Kids in high school. I just don't understand why we have to take biology and basic science classes. It's not like I've ever really used that information in my life. Apparently teenagers don't know how to talk. As adults, vaccines cause autism and the earth is flat. Yeah, the type of person I want to throw in a pool of acetone. Next post. 100 to 200 years ago, people ate organic, unprocessed food and didn't have vaccines, and lived to the ripe old age of died in childbirth. I love this one, and yeah, it proves the point. Next post. Fully vaccinated turned out fine. Obviously fake and over-exaggerated meme that is a great example of how anti-vaxxers think. Oh, and I can see someone keeping all those things on a child so they can play with them unhindered. Like the needle in his lap. Real smart meme there, bucko. I don't know why I gave the smart guy that voice, but yeah, we're going with it. It works. Next post. I took myself to get vaccinated now that I'm 18. The struggles of having hashtag anti-vax parents. Sad emoji. Fine, it's amazing that people can produce offspring that are so much more intelligent than them. Or at least have better logical reasoning skills and such. I don't have really good talking skills, obviously, but next post. This is no joke. I am vaccine injured. My chest keeps going in and out. I'm able to move my legs in a weird way. There was something wrong with my skin, and I keep waking up in a bed and not a baby coffin. Vaccinate your kids. They had us in the first round, not gonna lie. Yep, they did indeed. I love these sarcastic posts because I think half of it is just shitting on anti-vaxxers, and the other half is trying to get their attention so that they actually read the freaking post, you know? And it's genius. I love everything about it. Next post. My 5-year-old got attacked by a rooster this morning. She hasn't had any vaccine since the first round and she was a baby. I cleaned it up with antiseptic, put topricin on it. Should I be worried about tetanus or anything like that? Recommendations on what else I could put on it? Needless to say, we are having shredded chicken tacos soon. If it bled and the punctures weren't deep, it should be fine. The tetanus shots take 14 days to work anyway, so it's usually a waste for them to administer anyway. I'd do some high-grade peroxide and coconut oil mixed with lavender and frankincense if it were me. If she's not vaccinated, you wouldn't really need to worry about it. If you cleaned it and her overall diet is healthy, she'll be fine. Her body would take care of the healing. Bon appetit! If it were me, make sure your essential oils have no synthetics. I would recommend Young Living essential oils, frankincense and lavender oils only, not just any oil. Why, oh why do these people exist? The worst part is probably the fact that they just threw in an MLM at the end there, as if it doesn't matter. Specifically, this brand of essential oil should help. And these are the type of people that make me wish, hitting stupid people with a sledgehammer was real. I'm sure that would help them. That'd knock some sense into them, or knock them into the hospital. The hospitals with doctors that they don't believe know how to help you, until they're injured, of course. Next post. Twitter. Please read this story of human suffering. The youngest child separated from his family at the border was 4 months old. His father would be sent for psychiatric evaluation. Because he couldn't stop crying, his mother would be hospitalized with hypertension from stress. Now, more than a year and a half old, the baby still can't walk on his own and has not spoken. And here we have the anti-vaxxer saying, did they pump that baby full of vaccines? Because it's not the traumatic separation from your parents and shit medical care that you get in any government facility, particularly camps like the one that people were thrown in, that could be responsible. No. It's vaccines. The evil vaccines that keep people alive. Next post. We know that black Africans are being sold in Libya for organ harvesting. The same with Serbs in Kosovo. Would it be right to use those organs to save your family members or children? Yet that's the same argument I hear for using vaccines that contain the body parts of children who were sacrificed to Satan. The same thing happens here. They use the excuse of brain death as a pretense to extract organs from live patients. Yep, which is why I'm no longer an organ donor. First off, no, that for the most part, that doesn't happen unless you're talking about the black market, which is highly illegal everywhere. Also, who the hell thinks that vaccines are made by Satan? I'm sorry, that's just stupid. These are the same people that say the internet is evil because it spreads lies and proceed to spread lies on the internet. And brain death is death. That is death. That is what is medically death. I can understand why some people don't want to be organ donors, because maybe they just don't religiously believe in it, or they just don't see the point in it, or something like that. I'm an organ donor because if I have spare parts that I'm not going to be using, might as well give them to someone else, eh? Next post. Hello, friends. So, I need advice. My daughter, 5, nearly 6, has been feeling sick lately. She is complaining about headaches, her muscles hurt, and I think she has pink eye and rashes. She hasn't eaten yesterday, but she did have a pretty big meal Saturday. Do you have any advice on how to help her? I usually wait these things out and just let them heal on their own. But she seriously won't do anything but cry about it. She refuses to play, and when I try distracting her with YouTube videos, it only works for so long. Her school also kicked her out because she's a danger to the other students. Stupid, but I don't care if her school doesn't want her. We don't want them either. What should we do about her sickness? Edit grammar. There's 1 like and 28 comments, but I really hope that the rest of the 27 comments are just like this one at the top. Vaccinate her. Or at least take her to a fucking doctor. I mean, seriously, you're fucking stupid. You should not be a parent at this point. If she was kicked out of school, they do have a right to call CPS on your ass. So, yeah, be an actual parent. Next post. Vaccine-related rant. Never stepping foot into my local hospital ever again. Took my 2-year-old in with non-localized rash. Typically I tell them she's up to date. Well, my mother-in-law insisted I tell them differently this time. So I did, and they immediately put the hospital on lockdown, put us in a separate room, and wouldn't even come in to look at my daughter without hazmat suits on. They refused to do any testing other than blood, urine, nasal swab, only for measles. They insisted on using a phone to speak with me, telling me things like they only test for measles when the child isn't vaccinated, and they wouldn't be running tests for anything else. So even if this isn't measles, we'll never know what it was. We never go anywhere other than our house and my mother-in-law's, so I highly doubt it could even be measles. She doesn't have any other symptoms either. Had a fever Friday and Sunday, and then this rash starting Monday morning. That's it. There are so many childhood rashes that it could be, and they immediately jumped to measles because it's a huge epidemic, and they treated us like complete dog shit because we didn't have her vaccinated. I will be demanding an apology from the hospital when we get the results back. Watch it be measles. Also, there's no way they wouldn't test for more than just measles. I mean, yeah, that's the biggest thing you test for during a measles epidemic. But there are other things it could be, yes, so doctors test for as much as they can. Measles is the most likely culprit, thereby they test for that first. And long story short, don't be stupid, get your kids vaccinated. I love how there's almost 300 reactions to this and almost 200 comments, and all of the 300 reactions are either wow, angry, or sad. The comments would be a freaking gold mine of anti-vax, I bet. Next post. And here's something you've probably seen on some other vaxxhappened videos, anti-vax, I guess. And it's just a screenshot of a subreddit called r/do vaccines cause autism. Comprehensive discussion on whether vaccines cause autism. And there's only one post. No. It's simple. I like it. Very effective. Next post. It's official. Child molesters in Alabama will now be chemically castrated. Good. On to the idiot. I have mixed feelings about this. While I think child molesters deserve severe punishment, I see this pushing the case for forced vaccinations forward. Just to know what some of you think about it. Now, I'm not even gonna read the cutoff thing that Red down there said, because I think it would make me really angry to read. You can see it, and I know there's more to it. There is. I don't want to know what his opinion on that is. But Black up there, yeah, you're an idiot. This has nothing to do with vaccination. And yeah, it is a proper punishment, in my opinion. And if you're that upset about the possibility of mandatory vaccination, You could inject yourself with a freaking pocket of air. You know, that would stop your vaccination worries, I bet. Next post. And this is gonna be the last post today. It is a screenshot of Reddit talking about a quarantined community. One of those anti-vax communities that seems to pop up, apparently. Quarantine community. It may contain a high degree of misinformation. If you're seeking authoritative medical information about vaccines, please see the resources available at the Centers for Disease Control. Then it has a link to the CDC website. So, yeah, that's it for Vax Happened. And I'm sorry if I wasn't as funny as I can be this video. This is something that actually kind of makes me mad. People ignore facts when these facts are what is the line between life and death. It is. It becomes particularly annoying when they push their opinions on people. They're extremely uninformed opinions. But I'm not gonna go off on an extremely long tangent. Links to my Twitter and all that stuff down in the doodly-doo, or description, whatever you want to call it. And like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you wish. I would like some suggestions for other subreddits to look at as well, so if you have any ideas, please share them below. And I'm outie.